guys, it's your girl Midej. In today's video I'll be talking about how you can prepare your CV as someone who doesn't necessarily have an healthcare background and you wish or you're planning to work in the UK as a carer, as an healthcare assistant. How do you want your CV to look like, and what's the best way to make your CV presentable to those that will employ you? If you're interested in this, just keep watching. I know that it's no news that the UK has decided to add the healthcare assistant into the occupation shortage list, meaning that you can actually come to the UK to work as an healthcare assistant, as a carer. I've made a couple of videos about that. If you are new on this channel, or you are not even new but you've not seen those videos, I will leave the link in the description box and also hop up here, I don't know, anywhere. So if this sounds like something you'll be interested in, just keep watching. Welcome back, guys. My name is Midej. If you are new here, you're so welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for sticking by. I film everything UK lifestyle, vlog, travels, and all of that beautiful stuff. If you're interested in any of this, just do well to subscribe to my channel. Subscription is totally free. Just click on that subscribe button, okay? So I'll try to make this video very short and precise, not too much story or too much grammar. Usually this health and care visa is for people that don't necessarily have a healthcare background. Like I said earlier, you don't have to be a nurse or a doctor or a therapist or whatever it is for you to get this job. And also in this video I'll be showing you a full demonstration, like a template of what you can follow to actually prepare your own CV. Okay, it is a fully packed video. I'll try to make it very short, precise, and well detailed. So guys, let's start from the first thing that you actually need to be on your CV. Definitely your name, your first name, your surname first, then your first name and your middle name. You just know that you have to put your phone number so they can contact you. Okay, wherever you stay, try to put the mobile code. For instance, the mobile code for Nigeria is +234, because if you don't put your mobile code, you just put 080 or 070. You know how we write our numbers in Nigeria. Guys, you want to put your email address. Definitely most employers will tend to reach you or reach out to you via email address. It's not the one that you've abandoned and you don't even know the password. Put your email address. If you have a LinkedIn account, put your username or your ID or something like that, what you use on your LinkedIn. If you have a Microsoft Teams ID, just put it there so they can easily access you. And just so you know, guys, this is modern time, this is the latest century. You don't necessarily have to put your age in your CV. Nobody really cares about how old you are, if that makes sense. Like, they don't really care. If you want to put it, that's fine. Nobody's going to scold you for that, but it's not necessary. Your age is not actually necessary on your CV. Okay, so after your personal details, your name, email address, and phone number, and all of those things, next you will have to do your personal statement. Your personal statement shouldn't be like so voluminous. The more voluminous it is, the less chances that they are going to read it. Trust me, nobody wants to read an old textbook. 4 lines, 5 lines is okay. Like, everything about you in very precise form. So it must be very short and precise, very simple. Let simplicity be your watchword while writing your CV. Your personal statement should be catchy. It should be very simplified. It should be very interesting, because guys, trust me, there are lots of CV on their table. They don't really have much time to read loads of text, loads of CVs. So the shorter the better. So next you go to your experience. Okay, like I said in one of my videos, the ones I did regarding this health and care worker visa, necessarily have to put only the paid jobs. It can be a voluntary job. Of course, you ask me, this health and care worker visa, UK is inviting people from all walks of profession. There are bankers, there are lawyers, there are people, there are business people who really want to get this visa and work as a carer or an healthcare assistant in the UK. So I don't expect you to necessarily not have been doing anything all your life. Of course, this CV must drive at everything healthcare, to be honest with you, because they want to pick the best. So if you volunteered for any healthcare organization or all these breast cancer organizations and all of that, these are the things you put in it. If you've worked as a customer care person, or you've worked as a banker, or you shouldn't put it in this CV, to be honest, because these skills that you must have attained is not so useful in this particular job role. Everything you're putting in should fit in to the job role of an healthcare assistant. I'm not trying to belittle these skills that you have, trust me, or this potential experience, but they are not that useful in this particular job role. So you have to know this in preparing your CV. I actually learned that some hospitals these days are actually willing to help people. Like, you can volunteer, work with them, and gain some skills, knowledge about healthcare, and all of those stuff. It is very important. So any opportunity that comes your way regarding any hospital, teaching hospitals, I don't know what country you are, but for instance in Nigeria, all these teaching hospitals, even some private hospitals, especially if you are that person that you don't even know what's going on in healthcare, there are many people like that. I'm not expecting you to know, because I am a nurse, I'm a medical practitioner. I don't necessarily know so many things in the banking sector or the law firms and all of that. So likewise, I don't expect you to know certain things in healthcare. But then what can you do? Volunteer, go to hospitals, try to volunteer. If they can give you some little certificates here and there, just get it, and to build up your profile. What I'm trying to say is that we say no to any irrelevant job roles in this CV. Everything you put in for your experience should actually drive towards healthcare. And then when you are writing your experience, okay, you should follow like a reverse chronological pattern. What does the reverse chronological pattern mean? It means that you start with your current employment. So maybe you started working in your present workplace like last year, 2021. So you put 2021 till date, if that's where you're still working. Then the number 2 experience should be maybe from 2018 you worked to 2021 before you left that place to where you are now. So you put maybe, for instance, let's say Trinity Hospital 2018 to 2021. Okay, so you start from where you're working now and you go right down. Another thing you should know is that you don't necessarily have to put employment experience of years back, like 20 years ago. Nobody really needs that. What I'm just trying to let you know is that your work experience shouldn't be loads, especially if you are not that person that have any healthcare experience. I think you should actually have limited work experience. So just put in the key ones, avoid irrelevant stuffs. Next, we move to your educational background or your education and qualification. For that too, you also have to follow from what year to what year. The basic requirement for this health and care worker visa is your SSE. That's your secondary school leaving certificate. That's the main thing you need. Okay, so that should be the first thing you put in there. And then if you've done some courses under health and care, you can also put in that. If you've not considered any of this, please try to do them now. But don't be worried, guys. I will give you a template, like an example, like I said earlier, on how your CV should actually look like. Okay, so all these things is just a summary of what I'll be showing you guys. And then I learned that there are some nurses, even doctors, trust me, that want to go via this route. There's nothing wrong with it. Even me as a nurse in the UK, I change pads, I carry urinal. You being an healthcare assistant doesn't make you less of a person, doesn't make you less of a professional. This is just like a side talk. And for people that actually have the degree, the nursing, or you are applying as an healthcare assistant, so being a nurse or being a medical person might not necessarily place you over other people. I know you must have done some postings, some organizational whatever for healthcare. Those are the things that you should put. And then try to do these crash courses too. Even though you have the full knowledge of being a nurse and all of that, still try to do some CPD courses, some crash courses. I think it should be a bit easier for you being a medical person. Guys, after talking about your education and qualification, the next main heading that you go to is key skills, like KEY, key skills. And for the key skills, that's where you talk about the major skills that you have as a person, what makes you really unique, some of the skills that you've attained. And these include your communication skill. Are you that person who can communicate? Like, your communication skill is top notch. Put it there that you know how to care, like you're so passionate about caring for other people. These are the things that you put in there. And you also do vital signs. Can you do wound care? You ask me for someone who has graphic design skill and all of that. You might not necessarily have to indicate that you have these graphic design skills in this particular CV, because in for being an healthcare assistant, you might not have any course to do any graphic designing. So that boils down to the fact that we are just talking about health and health. And you ask me, do you put hobbies? I know so many people actually put hobbies in their CV, but trust me, you don't want to put hobbies. I don't want to see it. Please remove that hobbies. That singing and clapping, cooking and baking, please remove it, please. After the key skills, the next thing you want to put in your CV as an healthcare assistant or a carer who is willing to work in the UK is your reference, or hire your references. Okay, you need your reference. Usually I advise people that you can put available on request. To be honest, your references are available on request, so when they pick you, when you select your CV, they can send you, or during your interview they can tell you to provide your references. So usually they tell you to bring references from your current workplace and 2 subsequent workplaces that you have worked. So if you're that person that you don't have all of these things, you can start working on them now. You can provide the person's name, the workplace. They can ask for the person's address, the person's email address, and mobile or contact number. But then next, I will just show you like a virtual representation or demonstration of how your CV should actually look like a basic template to follow. So guys, this is like a virtual representation or a template for an healthcare assistant who is willing to work in the UK. So I will just take it as this person lives in Lagos. So this is the person's name, and the first name, the middle name, and the last name. So you can actually use this template. Then the person's address, it should be very specific. An email address, it should be very valid. Write a valid email address, the Skype ID, and if you have any, and a LinkedIn username, as well as your mobile number. And like I said, you put the country code, which is the +234, depending on the country that you reside. All right, so the next is now the candidate summary, or which I call the personal statement. So you can just put anything you wish in this column. So this person put an able, energetic, skilled and trustworthy individual seeking the position of a healthcare assistant, bringing excellent skills, experience, blah blah blah. I am committed and dedicated, and I am willing to work in cordial relationship with my colleagues and medical team. All of that, you can just play around with it. What distinguishes you from other candidates, that is what you put in there and what drives you towards this employment. So next is the qualifications. The basic and BRS minimum requirement is the SSE, which is the secondary school leaving certificate. You can put including mathematics and English, because those are just the basics. Then your institution name, Trinity High School Lagos. This is just an example anyways, and the year you graduated. So usually in Nigeria, high school, secondary school, senior secondary school is 3 years. So from 2002 to 2005, that's the senior high school certificate. So now we talk about the qualification. This is the NVQ. So NVQ is a national vocational qualification. I did a video on that if you've not seen it, where to get CPD courses or other courses that would boost your profile as somebody who is looking for an healthcare assistant job in the UK. Okay, you don't have to be a medical person, like I said earlier, to take these courses. I have a video on that. Just check my subsequent videos. So and the year 2002, did I say 2002? Yeah, 2022. So then next we go to the work experience. So this person worked with Foremost Health Limited from November 2020 till date. I said that you should put it in a reverse chronological pattern. That is, from where you work at the moment should be the first place you put, then you go down to other places you've worked. It shouldn't be more than 5 to 10 years really. So position as an healthcare assistant, and your duties and roles: preparing patients for examination and treatment, monitoring, recording and reporting symptoms or changes in patient's condition, cleaning and dressing wounds using aseptic technique. These are just the basics that you will do, or your responsibilities as an healthcare assistant. So assisting patients with meals, providing and maintaining environmental hygiene, collaborating with other medical teams towards attaining a common goal, which is providing quality care to the patient. So number 2, this person put in the other hospital that she worked prior to the first one. So this is First Hospital Nigeria, that's the location, from July 2018 till 2020. We can see that this person stopped working here in 2020 October and started here in November 2020, and this makes it very synchronized. So for the second employment, the person worked as an healthcare assistant, of course, and the duties and responsibilities include assisting patients with daily personal care, helping people with things such as writing letters, paying bills. This is usually in the community. Working with other professionals, completing daily chores for patients, organizing leisure activities, usually in care homes, monitoring, recording, reporting symptoms or changes in patient condition. You check stock and inventories, and you maintain hygienic and safe working environment in compliance with the healthcare procedures. And of course, you enlighten yourself. You go for more workshops, more educational seminars and all of that to enhance your professional and technical knowledge. So next we move to key skills, like I mentioned earlier. So your key skills include having the ability to plan and organize activities within the hospital, delivering excellent health and community care. You dress wounds, you assist in patient recovery, and you also possess solid communication skill. You ensure high standards of hygienic clinical environment. You are experienced in working with diverse populations, because the UK comprise of many people from different countries, different nationalities, communities and organizations in wide settings, and you are sound in evaluating the healthcare that is being provided and modifying the plan as needed to achieve measurable goals and objectives. I know this is loads of stuffs, but you can break it down and simplify it as you wish. This is just a template. And lastly is the references. Like I said, you can just put available on request, okay, and during your interview you can provide them, or as the employment protocol proceeds. All right, so this is just a template. Like I said, guys, you don't necessarily have to follow this, but this is just a breakdown. I should be able to leave this in the description box for anyone who wants to download it and use it. All right, so I hope you find this video helpful, guys. If you've learned anything, please kindly give this video a big thumbs up, like it and share. I know you know somebody that really needs this video. Share to them and tell them to subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. And guys, don't forget to read my description box, and then I will urge you to catch up on my other videos regarding this health and care worker visa for the carers and healthcare assistant. Please catch up. Any difficulty regarding attaining your visa, getting a job and all of that, ask questions, and then as soon as recruitment start in a full-blown way, grab your copy. Don't slack. So I'll see you guys in my next one. Until then, you know how we do it. Peace.